city where there is lots of water around, and some of it frozen on the third floor of TD Garden. This is Boston. Well, to the goalies, who need to win 4 in the final to get a championship. Corey Crawford, 28, was not with the Blackhawks when they won the Stanley Cup in 2010. 15 wins. He needs 16. Tuukka Rask, 26, was back up to Tim Thomas when the Bruins won the Stanley Cup in 2011. 14 wins. Patrice Bergeron is playing, but not starting. Jonathan Toews is playing and starting with Bryan Bickell and Patrick Kane, with Duncan Keith and Brent Seabrook. Milan Lucic, Nathan Horton, David Krejci up front for the Bruins, Zdeno Chara, Dennis Seidenberg in back, and we are underway with game number 6.
He's taking that opening face-off against Toews.
The first hit is on Seabrook by Krejci. Led to the back, but off the stick of Zdeno Chara, so he'll have to chase it down. Pursued by Patrick Kane.
Bouncing puck right off the bat. Good play there by the Bruins.
Toews' play malfunctions. Stepped into was Lucic by Seabrook. It's a skip through past Thornton and back down. Roosevelt there, met by Peverley, and the two of them skid down. Thornton freight trains the bunch. Knocked down Saad, gets the puck. Thornton angled it back. Ferentz had to settle it down. Tough play to make there, and it bounced on back further. Boychuk could not swing at it, but the Bruins got possession anyway, though this one is knocked to Leddy. Back up the wing it comes to Kane. Sized up by Ferentz. Kane turns to the outside. Forced around behind. Boom! It's close-off time there from both Ferentz and from Boychuk. But Kane did not wear much of it. Taken along now by Toews. Dropped back onto Kane. Chased off there by Ferentz, but he got it onto Toews. Toews met by the checking of Peverley. And then hit by Ferentz. And then played back along, and Hjalmarsson kept it. Floated it on back. Bickell there. Couldn't handle it. Taking it along is Toews. Fed one to Kane. Wide of the shot as the net was being sent forward. But it remains on its stanchions, and so play can continue. Soderberg can't make a play, and it's knifed all the way back down. And covered by Crawford. Yager dragging is stepped into there by Bolland. Around behind it came for Hjalmarsson. Wants to go the other way. Kruger is denied by Krug, and it's thrown on out to center. It is the professional game, as Eddie was alluding to. If you know the opponent is less than 100%, it's just like any other player out there, only maybe a little extra.
Sorry, Doc Gardner, Yager hurt on the Bruins bench.
Played back out again now for Bickell. Run into at center by Paille. Toews steps ahead, leads it on the wing, but offside is called.
Yager collided with David Bolland on that last shift. Watch the right part of your screen. Here comes David Bolland right there. And Yager stayed out there for a good another 7 to 10 seconds, and then finally found his way back to the Bruin bench, as Pierre mentioned, and the big hit in the middle of the ice. Daniel Paille on Bryan Bickell.
Ferentz tried to play it further, able to step to this one and nudge it ahead. Paille slung it across, and it's dealt back on by Seguin. Rushing after it is Kelly. Arrives there, is hit by Hjalmarsson. Paille threw it on back. Corralled there by Boychuk. Lets it go side of the net. Bad angle try. Went off of Crawford from Kelly, as waiting was Seguin. Along now to Paille. This is the line that did very well in the first game that was played in Chicago, where they were matched up together during the game. Here's Boychuk, a shot, and that one deflected up high. Stallberg had reached for it, and Kelly as well. Ferentz a shot, and that one blocked. Boychuk waits, hands it to the side. Battle for in front. Kelly poking away at it. Crawford has it. Whistle blown. And extra.
Paille had a play right before that where he had a chance to take the puck to the net. He decided to fire it. There's the goal.
Here's Seguin, side of the net. Kelly
What a read by Torrey Krug to set this all up for Boston.
Face-offs. Watch the help by the Boston Bruins. Torrey Krug jumps in, but it's the stick of Tyler Seguin that sweeps that puck back. He finds it, he throws it right over to Chris Kelly. Watch the play right there by Tyler Seguin. Gives this puck to Paille, and the line that had a real good shift before the TV timeout comes right back for Claude Julien. It gives the Bruins a 1-0 lead.
Kane fed it over, and Bickell, a shot that was stopped by Rask. They poke away at it. Only the second shot on goal by Chicago. The first one came from center ice. The second one, a strong chance, answered by Rask. Krejci brings it on. Krejci feathered one around, chased to the corner. Lucic trying to get it through Oduya, who was mashed by Krejci. Lobbed across by Taves, carried by Hjalmarsson, handed on to Kane, met at the line and shoved and turned over to Chara, who was nearly run to the ditch by Bickell, and they have an exchange. And they're still tangled up. One of the linesmen separates them. Meanwhile, a great chance at the other end, and it looked like it might have caught the post. Meanwhile, this one is played on back, and Seidenberg is there. Twisted it on to Ference, fires one in front, jabbing at it was Jágr. It's stopped by a stray stick, that of Handzus, and then he's jolted, thrown back to the point and held there by Bergeron and thrown wide. What pressure by the Bruins here. Ference flipped one on a cross, and it's twisted back out as far as center by Handzus. Comes to the bench for a change as it's drugged off one of the Blackhawks and steered ahead to Frolik. Fires, save, Rask! Kelly ahead. Dipping in is Krug, and he spun one that ricocheted off Hjalmarsson and went just wide. Eluded Oduya, but just for a moment. Gets it back again and tucks it back. Boychuk slung it across, taken on by Ference. Boychuk waits, fires, save, Crawford, scramble in front, penalty coming up. Ference on the delayed call, pitched it back in. The Blackhawks touch, and they'll be short. Skipped right back ahead for play by Krejci. They've got the numbers. It's over to Peverley, to Krejci, across to Lucic. Oh, and a shot blocked up high by Seabrook. Tries to get loose, has control, back to Krug, across to McQuaid, angled off the boards, Lucic turning with it there. All Bruins possession right now, and a shot by Kelly was blocked aside. My goodness. Play looked like a Bruins high stick, but no matter. Chicago immediate possession, so play continues. And a steal off of Shaw, and then a shot got him, and then Thornton wanted to step further, and play is stopped. Wow. The give up there, and the puck came up high on the head of Andrew Shaw. Wow.
Sean Thornton with the shot. Looks like it goes off the shaft of the stick of Andrew Shaw and right into the side of the face. The referee right away, Dan O'Halloran, blowing the whistle dead, thinking that Andrew Shaw was in some distress, and certainly he was.
Seguin leads it ahead. Marchand brought it in. Nice move to get free. Bennett front on. It was sent just wide. My goodness, what a chance there. And banging his stick on the ice is Krejci. And it's around behind to be taken by Peverley. Elevated back, and just a tough pass to stop for Krejci. Chara with it there, and he can't pass it very well. Controlled on now for Peverley. Peverley able to step right back in with it. Cruises, gave it on across to Krejci. To Peverley, a shot, getting a piece of it was Crawford. Krejci drags it. Big drive by Horton, and that one wouldn't go. Chara up with it again. Another drive, and the period has come to a close.
And right before the end of that period, Nicholas Hjalmarsson, Blackhawk defenseman, went off right into the dressing room. But what an opportunity. Quick puck movement. Great save there off the blocker from Corey Crawford. And this one misses the net.
There's 25 seconds up on the penalty board, still remaining on the Rosaball minor. And the ice is fresher than it was when the Bruins began this power play late in the first. Horton led it across. Carried on by Krejci. Helmetless is Frolik. Pushed on to Krejci by Ference. Dropped on back to him again. And it's handled by Keith. Nice finesse move, and Frolik drubbed it back off, and Keith cleared one that sailed back down the ice.
To go out, and then he did a tight little turn and a beautiful escape and was able to shoot it down.
One of 8 Blackhawks on the championship team. Ahead comes another Jonathan Taves. He scores! Taves! It's tied!
You won't
see Zdeno Chara make many mistakes, but he just made a costly one, and Taves capitalized. Neutral zone face-off. There's Zdeno Chara. Everything's fine. Chara goes to play the puck. Taves is quicker, and a great decision by Jonathan Taves utilizing Patrick Kane, Eddie, as an option.
Yeah, there's a quick little pass by Michael Roosevelt. He pinched up on Chara 2-on-1. Short side as Andrew Shaw was coming out of the penalty box.
Now Krug again. Delays and passes on to Krejci. Steps to the slot. Worked it back in deep. Set up for Krug, and the shot scorched off the glass and careened on and was whacked back down the ice by Kruger. Delays. Near him is Hossa, and then it's handed back on. Soderberg dealt it on to Marchand. Right front. Save made by Crawford. Rebound. They're still looking, and it's quick down behind. Got tangled up in the referee's skates, but is now played back on for Seguin. Seguin gives back. Chara gives it back to him once more. Will they set up Chara for the blast? No, this time it goes to Krejci. Then across, one-timer off the outside of the cage near the post. Oduya stymied by Soderberg, reaching in Chara. Got it loose to Soderberg. Tried to play it back along Oduya in the way, then Taves, and then he's met by Marchand. Puck came onto the back now. Held there by Chara. Tucked right back across again for a shot. Oh, and it skipped loose off of Crawford from the stick of Soderberg. Bergeron turning with this one. Whacked at by Taves, goes down, but gets it back to Chara. Safely on to Soderberg. Has Marchand and gave it to him. Marchand turning around behind. Has Seguin, but that one blocked back off by the stick of Roosevelt. Then back to Marchand. He's got Bergeron in front. Doesn't know it just yet. Marchand turning with it now. Bergeron side of the net. Blocked by Taves. Played by Hossa. Cut right back by Bergeron. Delays and works to the outside. Taken to the boards effectively by Roosevelt. Taves tried to skip it on through. Seguin brushed it on. Taken by Boychuk for a shot that is blocked up high, and that careened off the netminder Crawford. Held by Seguin. Right on back, and Boychuk could not hold it in. Offside is called. Dragged back on by Krejci. Stolen neatly by Bolland. Covered up by Chara. Oh, and wanting to step into him was Stallberg, but he went down. Krug reaches in, so does Stallberg. More battling around behind. Now without a helmet is Shaw. Hard work on a hot night in Boston. Seguin working further. Shaw trying to play it along. It comes to Shaw. Then one in front, and it's scooped away by Boychuk. Seguin able to tap it along, but it's not out yet. Keith kept it alive. Saad knocked it further. Scaled along, and Keith with a good read in the hole. In traffic, it's dragged along by Saad. Backhander slithered in front, and it's covered by Rask, and there'll be a penalty. The call is a hook.
What a shift down low. The battle level. Victor Stallberg, Andrew Shaw below the goal line with Tyler Seguin and Torrey Krug. And the penalty is going to be on Tyler Seguin. He turns the puck over, does not get the puck out. Duncan Keith keeps it alive, and then Seguin will take the penalty right there around the hands and the stick of Brandon Saad.
Targeted guys. Bickell hard on Bergeron. Boston's targeting Taves. Chicago's targeting Bergeron.
Returns it to Sharp, jostling in front are Bickell and Chara. Roosevelt yet again. Drive by Sharp, scramble in front, turned aside by Chara through all of the confusion.
Good movement by the Blackhawks on their power play. Watch where this puck ends up. The shot from Patrick Sharp, left part of your screen. Here comes Patrick Kane. What a save there off the left pad, and then Kane looking for an empty net, but the stick in the reach of Zdeno Chara denies a chance. But what a stop by Tuukka Rask right there off the left pad, and then Chara puts it out of the crease.
Marchand hands it on. Bergeron there. Swung one to the corner that's played on the bounce. Trying to center that time was Seguin. Bouncer around now to Marchand. Tried to get to the front. Poked it from a prone position. Came on back to Ferentz. Guided on across. Boychuk a shot blocked down in front and steered along by Oduya. Tucked on out to center. Ferentz guided it back in. Marchand touched. And we get an offside call.
What a job by Johnny Oduya there, Eddie. What a job.
Delays, looks over the options. Krejci let it back. Chara hurried one, but that was blocked by a couple of Blackhawks who were on him. Krejci got it back. Held by Seidenberg, and a shot went wide. Rebound off the boards is taken by Seabrook. Guided on out off the stick of Chara. Saad tried to play it on a cross. Followed up, though, by Taves. Oh, wide of the glove hand of Rask with the shot. skipped on back to Seidenberg. 18 to go. Pushed on out to Lucic. Lucic fed it across. Tucked back over to Krejci. Corralled by Bickell with 10 to go. And hustling to this one and firing it back in is Ferentz. Crawford stops. Seabrook takes. Blasts it back ahead. And this one will go back down and the horn will sound. 40 minutes played, 33 shots taken, 18-15 Bruins, and it's 1-1. As we begin the third period with Taves going up against Krejci for the opening draw. And it's controlled by Taves on back to Crawford, allowed to go to Keith. It is full strength, not only in manpower, but in the quality of hockey that we've seen in this Stanley Cup Final. Kane threw one in front that's blocked and then covered by Rask, and only 20 seconds into the third, the first scoring chance of the period. Kept play alive for the Bruins in all of this stalemate, and it's walked ahead by Jágr, forced to the corner by Seabrook. The two of them tangle. Jágr went down, tried to play it from one knee. It is off Kruger, gotten by Jágr to Marchand. Marchand on back to Boychuk, a drive! Save! Scramble in front there, Marchand tried to play it in front. Crawford way out on the challenge behind, and around comes Kruger, and Kruger is able to pitchfork it onto center, where Boychuk is shoved down. It's played on further by Frolik, and then gathered in by Ferentz, who lobs it on back. Jágr coming to the bench for a change. Meanwhile, this is cut at center and started right back again by Taves. Shakes it across. Bickell, toe drag, shot, turned aside by Rask. Back checked away by Paille. Steps right back into Seguin. Seguin trying to fight by Paille in front. Oh, and what a save by Crawford! Led back across. Drive by Krug. Save by Crawford. And play is stopped.
Turnover in the middle of the ice by Marian Hossa. Blackhawks going for a change. Tyler Seguin gets this puck over to Paille, takes it right to the net. Left pad save and a beauty.
Match there by Krug. Little forearm shiver and stepping by is Frolik. Centering pass, flagged down easily there by Marchand, and he can bring it ahead with Jágr. Moving up on the play is McQuaid. Dishing it along and controlling, and circling now is Marchand. Rifled it over, turns, shot is blocked up high by Rosabal. Jágr dealing around behind. Puck came to the corner and can be hoisted on off the short glass and out to center. Wow. So Crawford hooked it just through. Oh, the reach there. That was coming from Lucic, but now it's Krejci. Krejci has Lucic in front, swinging at it. Then Lucic scores!
Fatigue factor was kicking in. Disjointed change. You don't see Seabrook. We talked about Chicago playing 5 defense. People aren't stopping and starting. Look how wide open Lucic is. And he sticks it off the post and in to give Boston a 2-1 lead.
Boy, Crawford was down early. He was down when Krejci got that puck to the front of the net. He was anticipating a shot right away. It never came. So he was still on his knees. And I think Nathan Horton might have knocked that puck out of midair to settle it down for Lucic.
Stallberg brings it on back. Shoots one on, a save by Rask on a strong shot from Stallberg. Now it's Shaw. Wrap around the tip. That blocked off. Another try, and Rask has it. The whistle is blown. The puck came free. But the clock is stopped with 6:04 left. It's finessed by Keith around for a beat in front. Score! Taves to Bickell with 1:16 to go in the third.
What a play in the corner. Patrick Kane knifed through the defense of the Boston Bruins, but look at the numbers.
great team hockey by the Chicago Blackhawks, but in particular the great read and pinch by Duncan Keith. Wow.
It is Lucic back to Ference with 70 seconds separating these teams from another overtime. Hasn't happened yet, though. Here's one thrown by Frolik that's blocked away by Rath. Help to the back. Oduya shot deflected. Scramble. They score! Bolland 3-2 with less than a minute to go. Two goals in 17 seconds. From a 2-1 deficit, a 3-2 lead.
Again, knifing through the middle of the ice. Bolland to Frolik. Now watch this puck's going to come from the point. There's David Bolland. He gets inside position, finds it off the post. It's like a yard sale. He loses both gloves and a stick.
They were yelling on the Bruins bench, get on your toes, don't be on your heels, as Chicago gained possession and put that puck in deep, which eventually leads to that Bolland goal.
The Bruins have called timeout in a house where they have seen miracles before. Hjalmarsson away from Frolik, played by Krug. Frolik again, blocked away by Rath. It is Chara dumping it around behind. Krug takes it there. They will try to get Rask off. He's striding ahead right now to the hash marks and to the bench. Krejci protects, drives it back in. Around it went to Johnny Oduya. Lifted it off the glass behind. Played by Lucic, gotten by Frolik, flipped on around and knifed down by a high stick, but then gotten by Taves, pressed by Horton, and it comes on back to Krug. Krug able to step along and lost it. Shoulder down by Taves. Taves played it, but quickly right back in to the defense. Thrown by Krejci. Bouncer steered aside by Crawford. 10 to go. And the puck bounced out to center. Striding ahead for it is Taves. Staggering on. Taves pushed it wide. 2 seconds and 1. The Blackhawks are Stanley Cup champions. Electrifying finish to this contest tonight and to this series that was loaded with thrills, but for the home team tonight, disappointment.